Hey, this is Gareth and Bruce. This is our first attempt at a podcast.
We just don't know where it's gonna go. You got more of the gruff voice. I got more of the
Softer feminine voice.
screw you. Hey.
I don't know, I felt a little snobby when we hit 10 episodes.
Okay, that's an interesting question.
The two of us can be Vin Diesel. Gareth can drive like him. And I can
You
look
can
like
look
him.
Welcome to Spaghetti Junction. My name is Gareth,
My name is Bruce.
and we talk about things. We just don't know where they're gonna go. Welcome, one and all, to the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Gareth,
My name is Bruce.
and we like to talk about things.
We do.
Then we
Just
don't know
where they're
gonna go. That thing. You would think that we would get it right after like 90-something episodes, but
I think because we know this is a light topic, we kind of just play everything fast and
exactly.
loose.
We have our episodes that's like, we can just breathe.
Yeah, we can chill now.
Yeah, this one's very, this is an easier one.
Very, very easy.
Not much research. This is just the bizarre and strange, weird laws that are around this world.
Yes.
Yeah. I reckon hey, let's just,
Jump right in.
Yeah, I don't think we need much. I think we are discussioned out recently.
Yeah. So what I suggested to Gareth as well is that I love America
YouTubers.
for a lot of reasons, and one of the more entertaining reasons is the ridiculous laws. So my list is American law, and Gareth is
I'm doing the whole.
Gareth is going international.
I'm doing international
Yeah,
people.
That's it. So what is an interesting law from somewhere in some far-flung region of the planet
Well,
that we find ourselves, this third rock from the sun?
wow.
There you go, baby. I just did that.
Sure. Oh, well, we are like halfway through December already. The year's almost finished, dude.
Oh, no soul. Yeah.
It's almost done. And we're almost done.
Yeah.
So, in Switzerland, there's a curfew on flushing toilets. And it's an actual law. And you'll find it on a lot of toilets. There's an actual signage.
Why? Please.
The ruling is that
you elaborate.
Sometimes these things do not elaborate. They just make these stupid laws and they don't really say why. But supposedly you cannot flush after 10 p.m. And it's just and they're saying that it's a very, very strict regulation. I'm guessing it's because it's possibly look at my eyes, bro.
Sorry.
Look at my eyes, bro.
My eyes are up, yeah.
My eyes, bro. Yeah, exactly. One thought is that they're trying to save water, because when you do flush, you use a lot of water. So possibly it's their way of saving water in the country. It could be something as basic as that.
Definitely, yeah. Okay.
But it is still quite strange.
It is.
And what happens if you flush at like 10:05? Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, jeez.
Navy steel drops down. Yeah, I don't know. Like really, like who's gonna tell? I guess it's the like thing where you expect people just to live by the law.
Well, and
in some countries you do.
In somewhere like Switzerland, yes,
It's
people
like a
will.
natural
They're
thing.
like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like don't walk on the grass.
Yeah.
Don't walk on the grass.
Yeah.
I walked on the grass when it said don't walk on the grass because I wanted to see what would happen. Nothing.
Put like one toe on the grass.
But possibly, I don't know.
Like
but maybe at the wrong time, I don't know who's watching Don't Walk on the Grass. And I don't know who's watching your bathroom. That you don't. So yes, I think it's a thing where it's just a natural thing to live by the law.
That's it. Yeah. And yeah.
In some countries, be like 10:05, 6:10, 7:10. So like here, for example, don't use power. The power companies can make the point and they can shut up your power.
Yeah.
So we can't really fight them.
No.
Water, although. So yes, don't flush after 10 in Switzerland. Otherwise, you're going to be breaking the law.
So in Skamania County in Washington,
Skamania
passed a law in 1969 that makes it illegal to kill Bigfoot.
Okay.
Deeming the slaying of Bigfoot to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison.
Wow.
The law was later amended designating Bigfoot as an endangered species.
He's the only one.
Yeah.
He's very endangered.
Yeah, very. Yeah. It's like,
So if you did happen to find him and you shot him, for sure, that does make sense.
Yeah,
Because,
so-
he's Bigfoot.
yeah, so you're allowed to hunt him, but you're not allowed to kill him.
So
You can find him.
So you can maim him
Yeah.
and chop off his leg and cook it.
No, the thing is, you can hunt him to take really grainy, not very detailed photos.
Oh, so you can't hunt him to shoot
2022
him.
in 2022, with the highest technology cameras we have,
For sure.
those photos will still be grainy like UFO photos.
Yeah.
Strange that, isn't it? And so you can hunt him down to do that, but you can't kill it. That's the thing. Because there's only one.
But then why would you hunt them if you knew that you couldn't kill them?
I'd want to see Bigfoot.
Yeah, but that's not hunting, is it?
Yeah.
Or is
that's
that the
also true.
use of the word hunting is the original? I mean, the first thing which I think of hunting
It's
is going after with
someone
the
killing.
gun.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe hunting him.
Maybe you can stalk Bigfoot.
No, you search for him. I don't know. You. Either way, you can't look. If you manage to find him,
Good on you. Well done.
then I would say take him down because then you actually have proof that you had Bigfoot.
Yeah, because a grainy photo is not enough.
So basically, if you rock up with a dead Bigfoot, then you'll go to prison
Yeah, for 5 years. Sorry for you.
for 5 years.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. In Australia, homing pigeons are protected by law.
Wow.
This bird can travel long distances and can find its. I guess which we know. So this homing pigeons basically, they can fly long distance.
Yeah.
And they can find their places miles away, which I think is pretty clever.
It is. I mean,
That a pigeon can tell. I mean, if you leave a dog 4 blocks away, most of them will be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going. A pigeon can tell miles.
yeah. I mean, Jesus.
It's crazy, and there's thousands, millions of pigeons, and coops and whatever.
Yeah. You do the whole racing pigeon thing, and
I don't know how they do it.
Used to be used to carry messages and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, there were tank crews in World War One had pigeons in the tanks, in case of
in the gun itself, or just inside the tank. Yeah, there's feathers everywhere.
It's like, well, that needs
Whoops.
to be rethought.
Exactly.
No. As in to send messages. So they broke down on the battlefield. They need rescuing, whatever. They had no way of communicating because the radio.
But now, how would the pigeon? Okay, fine. So he knows, or she, they know how to fly. No, it's not all. It's being fair.
That's the last podcast.
Yeah. So they can fly all the way back home. But how do they know where to go back to? Oh my word, that's
I
crazy.
don't know.
Okay, anyways,
Pretty
not thinking
amazing.
too hard. But it is very interesting though. So the bird has earned a prominent position in Australia. So according to the law, it is considered illegal to capture, injure, or kill a homing pigeon.
Sure.
And you will pay up to $250 penalty.
Damn.
But now how do you... Okay, so if you're hungry... Look, in some places, you can eat pigeons. In fact, you can eat pigeons in any way you want to.
Yeah, you can.
But some are legal and some not.
Yes.
But the point is, if you are starving and you want to eat a pigeon because you're out in the wild,
Yeah.
how do you tell one's a homing pigeon and one's not? Or do they have those little things on their legs?
Yeah, it might be a. Yeah,
Okay.
it might be the little ring and stuff, an identifier.
Okay, so you know that you might die of hunger, but you can kill them and it's going to cost you $250. So, yep. Good old Aussie.
So, have you ever thought about getting up in the morning and just deciding to cause a catastrophe?
You know what? Occasionally.
Do you?
But the older I get, the less I
Oh, okay.
care.
Because it's a lot of hard work to cause a catastrophe.
Of course it is.
All right. Now, you need to watch out if you live in Utah
Yeah.
and you decide that you're going to get up and cause a catastrophe.
Don't tell me.
Don't.
Is that illegal?
Don't. It's illegal.
To cause to wake
Yes.
up and go, I want to cause a catastrophe.
Yes. No, not say it.
Oh,
To
do
actually
it.
cause it.
Oh, do it.
Because
Okay.
no one's going to hear you unless you decide to scream it from the rooftops like, I'm going to cause a catastrophe.
Catastrophe! That's what I thought was going to happen.
Like maybe go across state lines and shout it and then
Okay.
come back to Utah. Anyway,
So, yes, carry on.
this is ridiculous. So yes, it is illegal to cause a catastrophe. State law defines a catastrophe
Yeah, how do they do it?
as widespread injury or damage caused by weapons of mass destruction, explosion, fire, flood, avalanche, or building collapse. So As long as you're outside of Utah.
You can do
You're
all that.
welcome. Although I've got a feeling that other states might have something
Yes.
similar in place.
But I love how they
But in Utah,
But-
you're not allowed to. That's naughty.
But that's their version of catastrophe. A catastrophe can be anything.
Exactly.
It's like if you're going to use a deadly weapon can be a fork.
Yes.
But no one's going to, say, do you have a license for the fork?
So yeah. So don't cause catastrophes, basically.
Oh, but it does make sense, though.
So if you're hiking in the
No, but because what you told me, all of those, it does make sense. So
Yeah.
I don't know why they call it catastrophes. But it does make sense, though.
Yeah, well, a catastrophe is something that
Right.
is something that happens.
Yes.
It causes mass
Exactly.
injury.
So
death,
that makes sense, though.
that kind of thing.
That's like every state
Yeah,
would probably say that.
I would say so. But apparently in Utah, it's very important.
It's very, very important.
Oh, shoot, and here's me forgetting to keep an eye on the time again. Oh no, we're only on 10 minutes. That's fine.
Okay. So the official name of Greece is the Hellenic Republic. I didn't know that. But the
Wow.
official name of Greece. It's like, for example, the unofficial official name of New Zealand is Aotearoa.
Okay.
So I learned something new right now.
Hellenic Republic. Has that got maybe to do with
Hellenic.
Helen of Troy?
It's the whole mythology. Yeah, I would guess so, yes.
Cool.
I don't know. I'm not a...
I would assume
I'm not I don't know. But I would assume.
a Greekologist.
A Greekologist. Exactly. I like my salad. So, so in Greece, okay, and this is so obvious everywhere, that the modern art of mooning
Yes.
is
Illegal.
illegal.
You can't show your bum to
You
anybody.
cannot moon. Have you ever mooned somebody?
No, I haven't.
Huh.
I haven't. I will not.
I have a feeling that I did, but I don't know where. And I haven't been arrested for it, so obviously it wasn't in Greece. So this, so in Greece, but I think most places, it's like your one was like obvious in general.
Yeah.
But in Greece, it's very clear. They say they consider mooning an act of disrespect and provocation. Provocation.
Oh, I don't know.
So if someone moons you, they're saying, "Hey, let's go, bro. Let's freaking take this outside." I watched a movie yesterday called it's with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds, called Spirited Away.
Oh my word.
It's fun. It's like it's another interpretation of Scrooge and the Three Ghosts of Christmas.
Oh wow.
It's fun. It's a
Okay.
musical. You might not like it.
It's a musical?
It's a whole. It's not a full musical.
Okay.
But there's a lot of songs throughout.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That are performed by Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell
And the cast.
and
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
They can actually sing. It's not bad. Anyways, I bring this up because this whole thing of provocation. So, one of the parts, they go back to the, I don't know if it's the 1500s, 1600s, or whatever it is, and one of the things that is provocative, like if you're looking for a fight,
Yeah.
you say good day, and good day to you, and good day, and they use that throughout, and that was provocative. Now, in some places, saying good day is very friendly.
Yeah.
Back in then, good day was like you wanted to have a little bit of fisticuffs.
Go outside and squeak a tacky.
Yeah. So for Greece, if you moon someone, I've never seen it as provocative though. Maybe embarrassing, or stupid, or drunk behavior.
Well, if it's
But I've never felt like I want to find someone who's just showing me their ass.
if a girl does it and she's got quite a nice
You feel provoked
nice
to hit
bow.
her.
no, I just find that very provocative in general.
Oh, you're saying. Okay, fair
But it
point.
has to be a pretty girl and she has to have a nice ass.
Yeah. No, I don't want
Otherwise,
to
I'm not interested. Otherwise, I could be provoked the other way to come here. Don't you do that?
And they basically have zero tolerance, and offenders can be arrested and or made to do time.
Yo.
So, bro, why in prison?
What are you in for?
Freaking, I beat the shit out of someone. Yeah, and you? Well, I robbed the store, and you? Well, I hit someone, and it was family, and it was wrong, and you? I showed my ass, bro. Freaking heck, this guy's the real deal.
This is hardcore.
This guy's hardcore, man. I'm not, guys.
Don't make eye contact.
I'm not even going to talk to this guy because he freaking moons people. I don't want to go near him. That's how hardcore he is.
So, so in the state of Rhode Island,
Yes, good old Rhode Island.
you could face up to 20 years in prison
That's a long time.
if you decide that if you bite someone's limb off.
Bite them off.
Yeah.
So you can bite them, you just can't bite the whole limb off.
Yeah. So if you, yeah, no, this is serious.
That's
This
hardcore.
is serious.
Sheesh.
If you put out an eye, slit the nose, ear, or lip, cut off, bite off, or disable any limb or member of another,
Okay, like a finger. Or a
you
thumb.
could face
Okay.
up to 20 years in prison in Rhode Island, because that's a serious, yeah. But I mean, you know how many bites it would take to bite off
I
someone's leg?
know.
That's like,
And when they say limb and leg, it's like how big is your mouth and like how long and like who's actually
That
going to
would-
let you do that?
that would be work. That would be real.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be like, yeah. No, I won't be doing
I mean, I would be impressed that if someone did that for that long, bro, you're going to prison, but man, that's dedication.
And the person having the bitee,
Yeah, just like lying there, you can buy me through
like
it.
just like being okay with that and
Yeah.
actually taking it. Yeah. That's like,
Yeah.
high fives to you.
He took that long.
Maybe on your left hand, not your right hand, because your right arm's gone. But I'll high five you anyway.
Well, isn't it the verses that's saying that if you do something wrong with your right hand, you cut it off?
That's it.
So maybe there's another time in the Bible where they didn't have sharp objects available, and you were so bad you actually ignored it off. I don't know, but that's illegal, so they wouldn't have done that.
No.
Yes, correct. Did you know that? Well, I don't know. Okay, from my side, I didn't know this. So this is like a side thing, so don't take it as my turn. But did you know that? Okay, yes, I mean we know that Holland legalized prostitution. That's an obvious thing.
Okay. I think
Okay.
is it all over Holland or just in?
It's
Amsterdam?
legalized, yeah, whole-
Okay. Cool.
everything.
All right.
But did you know that the earnings are taxable?
Damn right.
I just find that
Yeah,
funny.
I think it's only fair.
I just find that funny.
Earning a salary, you must pay up. It's like the rest of us. What makes a hooker so special? Sorry.
I'm sorry, I just find that funny.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, so France, you are prohibited on trains in France to kiss on the train. You can kiss on the railway station, but only if it is done before the train arrives. When the train arrives, no more touchy-feely.
Why? Does it give a reason? I would very much like to know that reason.
Yours has reasons. Mine's just like, we don't give a shit
It's
about
like,
your reasons.
no.
This is a rule. Yours will explain. Mine is saying, this is the law. We don't have to try and explain it to you. No one tells them why they can't do that. So basically,
So no French kissing in France on a train.
on the train, but before the train, yes, you can.
Okay, cool. So,
But then but how do the people know that if the train arrives, if that's my train or not? That's going to get very confusing.
Yeah.
Or they're just saying a train in general.
maybe.
So you can kiss someone, but as soon as the train starts coming, you better finish lickety quickly because before the train comes.
You better finish lickety split.
You better-
basically.
Exactly. But then what would happen though is is that law then made people go to the designated areas near the parking lots, and then they would just take a bus and they would make out for the whole bus time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, Bruce.
That's so weird. I would have thought. We would have thought France would be one of the
Okay,
most.
but now here's the question, which is maybe one. Where did the word, how is tongues going on French? Unless you know I don't know.
I think it probably stems from. I think there's probably a bit of an urban myth regarding the French, and maybe because Paris is the city of love, and the French have got this kind of exotic accent and stuff like that. That
So
maybe
they-
there's a myth that
They accentuate
anything
themselves in the mouth.
or just that anything sort of maybe progressively sexual, physical, all that kind of thing
Is French.
possibly came out of France. I haven't done a.
I'm liking this.
I haven't.
By the way,
I haven't done a spirit fingers.
I'm liking-
I haven't done. I haven't.
You haven't done Jane
I
research.
haven't done.
But
I
this
haven't
is-
exactly done a deep dive.
Well, this is.
I've done a deep dive into French kissing.
Well, I'm just trying to
obviously.
say yes.
But on its origins,
Don't
no.
tell your mother that. Good. Carry on.
Oh yes. So, if you're in Oklahoma,
Yes.
no eavesdropping.
Okay.
Every person guilty of secretly loitering about any building with intent to overhear discourse therein and to repeat or publish to the same to vex, annoy, or injure others is guilty of a misdemeanor. And that's all written in quotation marks, so I had to.
You had to. It was very good. It was very good.
Yes. But actually, I should have talked like this because it's Oklahoma. So, I will reiterate and I
I'll
will
believe
repeat
you. I don't know
myself.
how they talk there.
I actually want to repeat
So I'm,
this.
I'm hoping that you're right.
According to state law, every person guilty of secretly loitering about any building
Help us all.
with intent to overhear discourse therein and to repeat or publish the same to vex, annoy, or injure others is guilty of a misdemeanor. End quotation. I thank you.
That's pretty good.
I know it was, wasn't it?
Hopefully people find that enjoying because I did. Although I cannot say if that's real or not.
I used to love having this discussion with one of the young guys I used to teach with. He is an Afrikaans guy, but he loved the English language, and we used to talk about really cool English words. And one of the words we loved was skulking. And he always asked me, like, what does skulking actually mean, you know? And I said, but what is it? What can you give me an actual definition? So I looked at him and I said, it is loitering with malicious intent. And he was like, ooh, wow. Like, yeah. So skulking, that's like,
Okay.
that could be skulking, you know. That
It could be, Bruce.
I love that word, skulking.
It's a great word. So this is actually, it's a funny law, but not really. It kind of, well, it is kind of funny for me, but it's not funny for it's happening in New Zealand, and I just see it now that it's also in California. I don't know if that's the only state. But dairy farmers are going to be required to cut down on their methane emissions
Yes.
by their animals.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will be charged. They have to drop it down to 40%. This is in California. I don't know what the percentage is in New Zealand. I think it's about 60. That could be very, very
They're
wrong.
getting on that bandwagon as well.
But I know that by 2030. But it's kind of like, how do you make a cow not fart? No, I mean, it's an honest question. And that was why there's been like, let's just say that the farmers in New Zealand weren't very happy. Because it's like, it's what? So must I mean, you can't change the grass that they eat. I mean, I don't know how you stop the flatulations of the cows.
This is why.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a law soon because
this is why that whole agenda is just
what
completely
agenda?
delusional of just trying to bring down methane gases and stuff in the air and all that kind of thing. That's just
Okay.
Netherlands shutting down 3,000 farms and
Really?
all that kind of thing. It's bad. It's going to affect world food
Yeah,
prices
look,
in a huge way.
I believe, and this is a whole other one that we should do because I know you're a little bit different to me, but the whole thing of global warming, I'm with it 100%. Oh no,
I don't believe it in it all. So
you're strange. Okay, maybe we need to do an
we can have a
episode
bit of a chat about
because
that.
global warming is a real thing. Anyways, the fact. Oh yeah. So, but I mean to. Yes, we have to bring down methane, but the fact to do it to animals and livestock and our way of life, I think that's really pushing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So, sorry, I'm just finding a few. Okay. So, sorry, I was just having a think of that one. Okay, so Australia again, good old Aussies. Weddings and funeral services must never be disturbed.
I can understand that.
But for example, when they say just before the couple's going to get married.
I was going to say
there
exactly
someone
the
here,
same thing.
You know, well, what do they say?
Speak now, forever
Hold your peace.
If there's someone that doesn't agree to this
Yeah.
union, if someone doesn't agree to this union, I mean, if that was a great Australian accent.
Yeah,
But
you're going to get yourself kicked out of Oklahoma and Australia.
hey, my Oklahoma accent was awesome.
I have no idea. Okay, so
I
sure,
think it was great.
so sure, Bruce. That's what you think it is. So okay, so let's just say now I'd imagine the majority of weddings that doesn't happen, but in some they do.
Yeah.
Because someone's just a pissed off ex-lover or, you know, whatever reasons.
Yeah.
But if you did this, you could be banned. This is you. If you're caught doing it, you will be banned from all from all funerals and weddings. So maybe they have like a little card. Yes, you can come in. Sorry, so you have been flagged as a as a wedding risk.
Like them sitting there with facial recognition software.
You bastard.
Look into the camera.
And you could
sorry,
exactly. Oh, we know you from the previous marriage of Mr. and Mrs. Jones when you caused a kerfuffle. A kerfuffle. That's a good word. But it can also involve invite. They say, so clever words. Invite a $10,000 fine, or 2 years, or even 2 years in prison.
Jeez.
Because you dare to stay up and say, "I love that girl more than you do."
I would probably say disturbing a funeral is a little more disrespectful.
Funerals in general are quite disturbing.
But if you were to disturb the general atmosphere of grief
Yes.
and sadness, where people are trying to mourn and remember someone, and you,
Is that what funerals do?
as far as I remember,
I'm tongue in cheek. Just in case people didn't
What
know what a
the-
funeral was, Bruce has wisely has wonderfully explained what
You know,
funerals do.
they're not
Just in case you don't know.
they're not exactly fun,
No.
you know.
No.
Unless you're in New Orleans, because those funerals look a hell of a lot of fun when they come back from burying the body. Then it's a flippin' celebration. It's like bands in the streets and people come out and they're dancing through the streets and
You're
spirit fingers
dancing
again.
hands again.
Yeah,
Oh, I mean, that also happens.
that looks pretty amazing.
In some. In fact, I know with a lot of African countries,
Yeah.
they also have that as well. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that viral TikTok of the
Coffin
guys
dance, yeah.
with that is part of what they do.
Yeah.
Because in many cultures, deaths are actually seen as the next
Next step into
step into another life. Plus, it's a remembrance
celebration
of
of
that
their
person.
person's life.
It's
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
celebration, yeah.
Yeah.
So, absolutely,
There you go.
yeah. So, I guess, but you couldn't have that kind of a thing happening, therefore, in Australia.
No.
Because culturally it's wrong. And so, even if it is your culture from birth and you're having a funeral in Australia,
Yeah.
don't pull out the little moves and everything. You'll end up in prison for 2 years.
So this one would have been interesting during COVID, because unless you're at a gathering that's received proper approval, it is illegal in New York to wear a mask.
What kind of mask?
It just say masked or in any manner disguised by unusual or unnatural attire or facial alteration.
At an event.
Yeah, or you just...
At like any event.
Oh, no, sorry. I digress. Sorry.
How dare you.
No mask wearing unless you're at a party. That was the whole thing. Sorry,
Okay, but
I missed that.
Okay, but that is probably talking about COVID rules, not like a general rule.
Yeah, no, it's...
I don't think it's a general rule. Sorry to pour water on your fire.
No, this is... I think this is got nothing to do with COVID.
No, it must be, because if they're saying a mask, but you have to wear one at an event.
I think it's you're not allowed to walk down the street wearing a hockey mask or a Halloween mask.
But
or
you wouldn't be
something like
walking down the street if it's an event. You'd be in the event place itself, not walking home. It doesn't say you can't wear a mask if you're walking home for an event.
that. Well, it says no mask wearing unless you're at a party. So,
Unless you're at a party.
So you can't. Walk,
Okay.
so if I wanted to walk down Madison Avenue wearing a Spider-Man mask, I'd get a fine, or I'd get spoken to in a rather forceful way by
a rather forceful way.
some uniformed police officer.
Fair enough. Okay, but this actually makes very good sense. This actually is that you're not okay. So in Sri Lanka, you're not allowed to take selfies in front of the idols of Lord Buddha, or wearing Buddha tattoos.
Okay.
So but I'm sure that there's been many selfies of people in front of Buddhas.
Oh yeah.
But I think if you're caught, and this is like a legal thing,
Yeah.
if you are actually caught taking a selfie in front of Lord Buddha,
Yeah, that could be construed
it's seen as
disrespectful to the religion and
disrespectful,
stuff like that.
illegal. Why they're saying it also is considered a mistreatment of the Buddhist images, and is actually a very serious offense. Several tourists have been denied entry for having tattoos of Buddha on their body. So you would have spent all that money across there, and for some reason they look at your tattoos. I don't know, but anyways, they see. I don't know. Maybe it's like on your arm, which is not underneath the sleeve, and they see it. They can actually, which kind of makes sense.
And that brings me to a question: is that does the religion of Buddhism strictly prohibit tattoos? Because what if that person is actually a practicing...
No. A tattoo of the Buddha.
Yes, but what if that person with the tattoo is a Buddhist? That's the thing. That's what I would ask.
Well, if they are a legit Buddhist, then they wouldn't have the tattoo of Buddha on them, because they know the laws and they know the...
That's what I was asking.
So, no.
Does the religion of Buddhism prohibit...
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know.
Well...
I didn't know. I'm just asking a question.
Well, what I'm saying is, I'll say yes because of this. It's illegal.
Okay. Well, there
so
you go.
if you're, and I would say yes 100%, because if you're a Buddhist, you would understand the deity of Buddha.
Yeah.
And of the actual idol.
Yeah.
So it would just be natural to you, not even to put it on your body.
Right.
I don't know if they can have tattoos in general.
Okay.
I don't know that law.
Okay.
But from what this is, and it makes very, very much sense,
Yeah.
because he's a deity, you wouldn't put the Lord Buddha on your body.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. So I think an answer to that would be
All right, cool.
yes. And covering them at all times during the visit, though, as a tourist, is the best bet you can do. But they may want to reconsider your visit if you cannot cover it up.
Okay.
So yes, that actually does make sense, and it's not a funny law. It actually makes sense.
Okay.
Good.
So, in Minnesota, and this is going to be quite disappointing for the elderly demographic of Minnesota, but they know the law, so hopefully they abide by this, because otherwise they could have given a lot of trouble. Although, no, sorry, this was only until 2015. So now from 2015 this has been...
but up to 2015?
Yes.
Okay.
They limited nursing homes and senior centers to only 2 days of bingo per week.
I have a bingo one coming
because
up.
we know how those bingo get-togethers can
crazy.
Get. Oh, man. Those
goes wild.
Yeah. That's it, eh?
Freaking, that's crazy.
Even if you visited a nursing home resident, you were prohibited from playing bingo with them. You can't let things, and literally it says here, you can't let things get too wild. You
can't join them in the bingo game if you're not a resident.
Probably not, no.
Is that what it says?
Or you can't play bingo with them possibly on days other than those 2 days per week that you're allowed to play bingo.
And this is at nursing homes?
Yes. And senior centers.
Senior centers.
So, and that's in Minnesota.
Well, interesting enough, and this will hopefully
might tie in.
This actually ties in very, very well.
Okay.
That there's a ruling in America that a game of bingo cannot last more than 5 hours. First of all, who's going to say? How the hell does one game of bingo last 5 hours?
Listen, the senior citizens are retired. They've got time on their hands.
43, what? 40? Oh, we're going to start again. So, cannot last more than 5 hours. It's not allowed to. It's a. Did you know, though, that in Quitman, Georgia, chickens are not allowed to cross the road? It's illegal.
So that makes that question completely mute.
It does. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because they were in a whole another country. So yes, it's actually illegal for chickens to cross the road.
Is that in the country of Georgia? Or is that in the state of
No.
Georgia in America? Probably in the state of Georgia in America. 'cause-
Mine are international, so...
Oh, so maybe it is...
No,
maybe
I'm
just
thinking Georgia. You know what? It's a really dumb law. It's probably... I
in America.
wasn't going to say dumb, sorry, if you are American. I don't mean like that. But I do say... I don't know. It's in Georgia. It could be the country. It could be the state. But I know because Quitman, it doesn't sound like it's American. Either way, chickens are not allowed to cross the road. I don't know who watches that.
Those poor chickens.
I think that if you are a farmer and you're leading your chickens across the... Here's a thought. Maybe... No, work with me here. So, maybe... Because, like, I try and work out the why.
That's my job.
I'm doing the why with this. Is that possibly the amount of chickens that cross the roads with farmers cause multiple accidents? Because... farmers opened their gate and they didn't watch the chickens. So the chickens crossed the road, cars crashed, they braked, they hit each other, kabam. So it is now illegal to let your chickens cross the road because of accidents that may happen. See? Thank you.
That's
one theory.
That's quite the hypothesis.
It is, eh?
There's your big word for the week. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, this is a fun one. Live entertainment must remain on stage while performing.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you're a performer in Billings, Montana, you need stamina. You are required by law to remain on stage throughout the duration of your performance. The law states that no entertainer or performer, whether male or female, shall be permitted to leave such platform or area while entertaining or performing.
Makes sense.
So none of that stage, none of
No
that
stage
stage
diving.
diving.
Yeah.
None of that whole like getting on the tables and stuff and leaving the stage because you are required to stay in your lane as a performer or stay on your stage.
Stay in your stage. That makes sense, though.
Yes. So,
Okay. Well, fair enough, because I guess maybe people have been hurt.
Well, the gigs that I've played, we would have gotten in trouble and they would have been really boring gigs because a lot of times I'd look up and I'd have no idea where my lead singer is. I can hear him playing and we're rocking out.
He's somewhere.
I don't know where my lead singer is. But he's singing the songs.
That's the greatest
and
thing
he's
for a
getting the
band,
lyrics
like,
right.
What do we do?
No, we don't. We just keep going because
Okay.
he was doing his thing. Climbing, flipping, scaffolding or whatever. And just being a wild man.
Rock and rollers.
Yeah.
Speaking of rock and rollers in Australia, funny you should not ask, is because I'm linking them both right now.
Okay.
Guns N' Roses. Yeah, they're playing live.
Yes, I know. I saw them 2 years
No,
ago.
but like right now.
Like
I mean,
like right now.
Right now.
Like
please.
now.
Like right now.
Like we're here, they're there, and we're not there. That
Dumb,
sucks.
dumb.
Are they in Australia
Go
at the
outside and
moment?
hit yourself with a dum stick.
Are they in Australia at the moment?
Anyway, yes. And it was recent. I think it was one of their recent concerts.
Mm-hmm.
What Axl Rose does, I didn't know. Maybe he did it at your concert or not. But from what I'm reading and stuff, is that he always throws out his microphone at the end of a show. That's what I was reading.
I saw him
It's
do it
once. Yeah, it's one of the things he supposedly does. But this time it hit a woman in the face. A black eye, nose, bleeding, everything like that.
Yep.
So he said after that one, he's not going to be throwing microphones around, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty heavy.
Yes.
And also, if you're throwing a microphone every single
That could get expensive.
concert, because people don't give it back, I would imagine that they would hope that they would give back the microphone. But come on.
No, they're not. They're going to hoof it. They're going to...
Where's your microphone from? From freaking Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give it back. Did you know with sorry, I know when it's like nearly time done, you
give them
you do that. Okay, fine. So let me finish one.
Yeah.
Go for it. But this kind of makes sense. If you're driving on the Autobahn, you know, in Germany,
Yes.
I would never want to drive on the road. It will scare the shit out of me
Oh, yeah.
because you can drive as fast as you want.
Booyah.
No, it's freaking. I don't know why there haven't been a shitload of accidents. From what I understand, there have been accidents, but nothing. No way, I wouldn't want to. Anyways, one of the rules, if you drive and it's illegal,
Yes.
it's illegal for you to run out of petrol on the Autobahn.
How dare you?
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's illegal. So it's not illegal to freaking drive like what
Well,
Asian Senna, but you can't run out of petrol.
Well, the thing is,
Obviously.
that's a stopped car
Well,
on
obviously.
the fastest.
Yeah. I mean, but that's an obvious thing. If you're driving anyway, don't run out of petrol.
Yeah.
But the fact that they actually have to make it like illegal.
Gotta love the Germans, man.
No, they're very efficient. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
If you are driving on the Autobahn, make sure you have a full tank of petrol.
Yeah.
Because yes, if you did run out of petrol, it would just be mayhem.
I think the speed limits on the Autobahn apply to like buses and trucks, and that there are limits for particular vehicles. But I think if you're in a car,
you can drive like a hooligan.
Yeah. So if you know,
and I think there's like the lanes are like fastest. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. I think that's what they call the lanes.
Or the very last one is just like only if you own like a Bugatti Veyron.
Exactly, Bugatti only.
Kawasaki H2 or something like that. I mean, yeah.
Exactly. What a strange world we live in.
That's it.
But that's what keeps us so interesting.
It does. I mean, imagine if we were all.
It just makes life a little bit more breathable.
That's it.
When you hear rules like that.
Yeah.
And legalities. So.
Something to make us laugh.
And America is funny. I agree with you.
It is. This has been the Spaghetti Junction podcast.
Oh,
but
I had one more thing.
I do want to know, Gareth, please.
Well, there's a movie coming out which is directed by Kate. Oh, she's in my mind right now. I need some time alone. Anyways, okay, I can't remember who's. And anyways, it's about a bear, and this is a real story about a drug trafficker, he basically flew, it was in America somewhere, and what he would do is he would fly, drop out the the big thing of drugs, big, all wrapped up and stuff, straight down. Then he would put his plane on autopilot and then he would jump out. Very expensive deal. But I mean, this stuff he got, I think I read it was like $100 million. Was it maybe less? It was a lot of money. It was worth a whole pile of planes. And what happened was the parachute, it seemed the parachute didn't open properly or at all, and the pilot died. And when the whole thing of drugs, dropped down, part of it broke. So a bear came through and munched on this cocaine, and it went on a spree of mayhem. Like it just went on you can imagine. So if
I've heard the story, and I'm thinking that we talked about this.
No, we did speak about a bear, but I don't think we spoke. We did mention.
I don't know, man. Bear, cocaine. There was something.
We did have a conversation about fun stuff, and there was a bear.
It was one of those
funny
crazy
news stories.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was the same one.
I don't know. I don't recall the pilot. I don't recall the pilot part of the story.
That part is.
I do remember just the bear and cocaine and damn.
I think actually no, because
bears are bad enough as it is.
That was different. I think that one was in Europe somewhere. It's possibly the same story. Either way, it's a true story.
Yeah.
And the bear, munched on the cocaine and just flat, like snow. It looked like snow, basically.
Can you imagine?
There's a picture of this bear. It looks like it's got snow on the whole.
A tweaking bear.
And it went on a bit of a mayhem.
Nice.
Caused a catastrophe.
It caused a catastrophe, which was illegal wherever that state was. That's been made in Elizabeth Banks. My friend Elizabeth Banks.
I know the name, but I can't put a face to it.
Me and her are friends. Anyways,
I'll check that out.
Elizabeth Banks. Did you watch the Mockingbird movies? The Hunger Games.
Pretty much. I've seen the first one.
Okay, well, she was in there.
Okay, if
Anyways,
I recognize her, I'm sure.
She's funny and she's cool and whatever. So she's directing it.
Okay.
As a comedian. And it's coming out next year about this bear. I don't remember what it's called.
That'd be interesting.
But this bear on a coke rampage is a movie. I just thought of that for some bizarre reason. I don't know where that came from, but I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Cool.
This
has been an interesting one. I enjoyed that.
An interesting one.
Yes, it has.
I don't think we've had many episodes where you finish saying that it's not interesting. I guess because we are interesting.
Yes, we are.
But we'll try to think of Well, thank you. If you have any of your own, please put them in the comments.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
And-
Engage with us. And
Thank you for everybody for not commenting happy birthday in our birthday episode. I was very sad. That was tongue-in-cheek. So, happy birthday to us again.
that's it.
That's it.
Cool. Catch you guys in the next one.
Cool.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.